Now it's time to have a little bit of fun. Today we're going to pot up a pot using this old bucket, and we're going to make this a full pot of lettuce that we can pick and enjoy as we feel we need to. And this strawberry pot, well, we're not using it for a strawberry pot today. We're going to make it into our herb selection. Now, before we get started, we need to make sure that we've got all the right ingredients. Firstly, the most important is a good potting mix, and make sure it is a potting mix. This is what you're going to keep your vegetables fresh and growing healthy so that you can pick them for a long period of time. Make sure that you choose one that has a slow release fertiliser in it. This mix here that we're using is part of the Super Soil range of potting mixes. We've got our watering can to water it in, and then at the end we're going to top it off with some snail pellets. Okay, we've got our range of 6 cell punnets. Like I said, we're going to use this bucket here and we're going to create a pot of lettuce. I've chosen my favourite varieties of lettuce. I've got a red mignonette, which is also going to make this pot look good and colourful. I've chosen an imperial lettuce, which is also nice for its jagged shaped edge of the leaf. Some beautiful butterhead lettuce, some green mignonette, and my favourite, some rocket salad. Okay, now in using these 6 cell punnets, they've been made very simple. All you do is you squeeze the base of the punnet, pull out the seedling, and presto, there's our seedling punnet ready to pot. Alright, I'm just going to finish filling up this pot here with our potting mix. Now just when you're filling a pot, obviously when you water it, it's going to compact a lot. So just fill it right to the brim, but don't push down hard. You need that air through the soil there to help the roots grow out. Smooth it off on the top, and there we go, there's our bucket ready for potting. Now there's no rules of how we plant it. We're just going to plant them in so that they form a nice big pot full of lettuce and use all those different shapes and textures to make the pot look good at the end. So once again, I'm going to squeeze the base and I'm going to pull out my butterhead lettuce. We've got our imperial lettuce. Now just when you're planting them, just poke a hole using your 2 fingers, about the same size as the cell. Put the seedling in there and just gently push it in. Just remember, they are baby seedlings and you've got to be gentle with them. Squeeze, pull out and plant. Squeeze. Now in about 3 to 4 weeks we're going to be able to start picking from these fresh lettuce leaves. Now depending on how full we want to make this pot, we can add in more seedlings, just giving them enough room to grow so that they get that round cup shape that they tend to get. And I've put the rocket here in the middle so that it cascades over the top of these lettuce leaves. Just imagine this in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be beautiful. Alright, now we're going to water it in. Now just remembering, like I said earlier, these are seedling punnets and they're babies. So you're best to use a watering can when you water in and just gently apply the water. They are going to flop over a bit, but don't worry, they'll stand up in a couple of hours' time. You can see, like I said earlier, the soil mix here is starting to compact down a bit. It's gone down about 1 centimetre from when we first filled it, but that's fine. Okay, now we know the snails love these as much as we do, so the smart thing would be to do now is just sprinkle some snail pellets just around the top of the pot. We don't want those nasty critters getting to them. And one other thing that I suggest is wherever you're going to go and put it in your backyard, just sprinkle the snail pellets around the base of the pot. This will hopefully stop them eating the snail pellets before they get to the pot. All right, that's our lettuce pot done. Now with this strawberry pot, it doesn't need to be used for a strawberry. Today we're going to use it and we're going to put 4 different varieties of herbs in each of those little compartments. Now once again, I'm just going to finish filling up the top of the pot. And I'm just gently placing our soil mix, smooth it over. All right, once again, put them in as you feel free, but also take into consideration with this pot how the plants are going to grow. You've got an opportunity here to plant some things that are going to cascade over, some high plants at the top. Firstly, I'm going to start with basil, an absolute favourite of mine. Once again, press the base in, pull the punnet out, and let's make the hole. And we're going to put this basil here. And if you can just imagine in the weeks to come, it's going to fill out here nice and full. Press it in gently. Okay, I chose some celery. It's for something to have a bit of a snack on and enjoy. Now, because celery grows nice and high, I'm going to place this around the top. We're going to put 3 plugs in the top here. So make a hole with my finger, push the celery in. Again, pinch, place it in, squeeze, and there's my celery at the top. Just imagine that, you got this nice head of celery there to pick. Some parsley triple curl for garnish or cooking. We'll place this around the side and hopefully, like the basil here, it will grow around the outside of the pot. Squeeze it, make the hole and push it in. And last of all, some chives, something for add some bit of shape and texture to the pot. Squeeze the punnet, make the hole and put it in. Chives can be a bit thin. There's a lot of little baby seedlings down here starting to come through. So what I might do here is there's enough room to put 2 punnets. So I might add a second one in there just so I get a nice big full pot of chives. Just gently pushing it in there. And there we go. We'll give it a water again. Just gently watering. And we'll get our snow pellets again and sprinkle them around. Just protecting our little babies there. And there we go. A little bit of fun, an old bucket sitting around the house, and in weeks to come a beautiful garden of lettuce that we can pick from and enjoy. And our strawberry pot has a mixed pot of herbs that we can pick from for weeks and weeks to come.